Hello, everyone. What a beautiful sight you are. Welcome to the Harrisburg campus of HAC, Central Pennsylvania's Community College. I am Dr. Liney Carter, the Vice President of College Advancement here at HAC, and I'm also the Executive Director of the HAC Foundation. We have been dreaming of this day for a year. A year ago, 3 partners began to discuss a vision that we had for the boys and girls of Harrisburg. We're delighted today to celebrate that vision with you. It's called the Harrisburg Promise. Our hope, dream, and prayer is that all of our Harrisburg Promise students will, over the next 5 years, participate in the educational, interesting, life-changing, and fun activities that we have planned for you. We hope, dream, and pray that you will graduate from high school and enroll at HAC to earn a degree. Right now, we're raising money so that when you come to HAC, you will have a scholarship. We're raising $150,000 for you to attend HAC in the next 5 to 10 years for free. Our hope, prayer, and dream is that you will graduate from HAC and then go on to earn even more college degrees. We hope that you will get a job with a great salary, get married, start a family, and buy a home. That is our hope, prayer, and dream for you, our Harrisburg Promise participants and students. And we're going to work with you and your parents to get you on the pathway to achieve that dream. Now, I mentioned that we have 3 partners for the Harrisburg Promise. You're going to now hear from them. Our first partner is HAC, and you'll hear from our college president. Our second partner is the city of Harrisburg, and you will hear from our mayor. And our third partner, last but not least, is the Harrisburg Housing Authority, and you will hear from the authority's president and CEO. These gentlemen will tell you who they are and what they do, and they will tell you why the Harrisburg Promise is so important. Dr. Ski?
Thank you, Lana. Thank you, and thank you, Dr. Carter. Very much appreciate all of you being here today. Can I ask all of the students that are here, those of you who plan on graduating from HAC, would you please stand? For all of you who plan on graduating from HAC. Let's hear it for them. That is great. So before you leave today, I hope to get a picture with you so we can make sure that in a few years we're able to show you in your regalia. I really do look forward to it. We have 2 almost graduates here, don't we? We love your hats. Very nice. You want to stand up and show everybody what they're going to be wearing in a couple of years? Want to tip your head down a little? Great. Well, I know it's hot, so we are going to reduce our comments from 3 hours to an hour, so you don't have to worry about it. But I am very excited to be here today because the role that we play here at HAC, Central Pennsylvania's Community College, is critical to your success. And there's a word that I just mentioned that's very important to us, and that's community. That is the most important word. We want everyone in our community to know that this community college is their college. And that's why I'm so glad to see so many of you stand up, because this is where you will take classes. This is where you will graduate from before you go on to another 4-year institution or go into the workforce or to the military. So we're just so very excited about that. Along with the City of Harrisburg and the Harrisburg Housing Authority, we are working very closely to look at putting this program together so that it will transform your life and your family's life. It is called Harrisburg Promise. I know many of you have heard about it. You can see in the front, you can see the signs that talk about Harrisburg Promise. And I can't tell you how excited I am to be here with the mayor and the CEO of the Harrisburg Housing Authority to make sure that this program is successful for you and for your children. But I do want to give you just a minute or two background on the Harrisburg Promise initiative. This initiative is critical and really came about from many individuals thinking about what can we do to make sure Jonathan, that college is possible. We hear many people say, oh, I don't think I can afford college. I don't think I can go to college. This program makes it possible. So I hope that you will tell many of your friends, many of those that you go to school with, that there's a program at HAC. And maybe even for your family members or friends, to let your family members know. Any family members here thinking about coming to HAC? Anyone? There's a couple? Good. Love that. A couple? Good. So what we want to do here is we want you to know that the jobs, not only of today, but the jobs of the future are requiring some type of post-high school experience. Some are requiring a post-secondary degree. And we know that the jobs of the future, especially when you are able to go into the workforce, are going to require many skills that we don't even know about today. And that's why HAC plays such an important role. You know, half of the people who come from a higher income by the age of 25, 50% of them will achieve a bachelor's degree. From those who may not be part of that higher income, 1 out of 10 receive a college degree. And we are here committed today to change that because it is possible through the resources that are available. You know, access to advising and mentoring and career exploration aren't just for the folks who live in the suburbs. It's for the folks who live in the city. I'm a city graduate, not here, but of Cleveland. And I know that if it wasn't for people like those that are here, programs like this, I and others would not have the opportunity to have graduated from high school and graduated from college. And so we are looking forward to changing cycles. We're looking forward to making sure that there are counselors and advisors available to you so you can be successful not only in the classroom, but outside the classroom. So again, I'm delighted that you're here today. I really do celebrate your confidence and your pride and your determination to achieve a college degree. Let's get that high school degree, but then also get that college degree. And we're more than tickled to know that you're going to get that college degree right here at HAC, Central Pennsylvania's community college. Thank you.
Thank you very much. My name is Eric Pappenfuss. I'm the mayor of the city of Harrisburg. Thank you, Ski. I want to say HAC may be Central Pennsylvania's community college, but it is also the city of Harrisburg's community of college. It's really our crown jewel in our educational system here in the city, and it's an amazing resource. It's an honor. It's an honor to be a partner. It's an honor to be a partner with HAC. And it's an honor to be a partner with the Harrisburg Housing Authority, which is doing great work in the community under Senghor's leadership. I was just at a community festival up in Allison Hill. It's right in a neighborhood where the Housing Authority has targeted for redevelopment. And the spirit and the optimism in the community was great. But I think we all know that the key to economic development and the key to the city's recovery, both financially and in every way possible, is through education. And what you may not know is that I am a former public school teacher. When I first moved to Harrisburg, I got a job teaching 7th grade students like LaShawn at Central Dauphin. And now I am the proud father of a 7th grader. And I have to say, I know all about 7th graders. I spent years of my life trying to get through to them, and I think it is absolutely the exact right age. It is that junior high, middle school moment when our students are ready to learn, they're eager to learn, and we've got to reach out to them and show them the importance of learning. Now, it's true that Harrisburg has a lot of neighborhoods that have serious issues with poverty. But in those neighborhoods, we have some of the best and the brightest students that are eager to learn. We have families that are eager to support them. We can't forget that. And what we can do through a partnership like this is we can all say as a community, we're going to take those students, we're going to catch them in 7th grade, and we're going to help move them through high school. We're going to make sure that they're successful as a community, and then we're going to give them an opportunity to go to college here at HAC. There are so many opportunities right now in the city of Harrisburg, so many wonderful partnerships we have with HAC. You know, this is where our police officers come to train. This is where our firefighters come to train. Now, you don't have to have a college degree to be a police officer, but it certainly helps. And it certainly helps in making sure that you have the opportunity to do anything that you want. So I am 100% behind this Harrisburg Promise initiative. The goal of raising $150,000 I think is entirely doable. What we need to do is make sure that everyone out there listening, all the members of the business community that care about Harrisburg's revitalization, support this initiative, make it possible for all of our kids to have an opportunity here at this great college of HAC. So I am here today to help kick off that fundraising campaign, explain to you why I think the promise is there, and to pledge to you, to literally promise to you that the city of Harrisburg supports education as the key to our future advancement and supports our partners in the Housing Authority and Harrisburg's Community College, HAC. Thank you all.
Good afternoon. It's quite unfair that I have to follow these two men. I'm not nearly as eloquent as either one of them, to be sure. My name is Sengor Mans. I'm the Chief Executive Officer for the Harrisburg Housing Authority. I've been in Harrisburg now in that position for going on 7 years. I came in 2009. I want to welcome everybody here. I'm thrilled to see all of these young and older, the parents and the grandparents that are here, all of your smiling faces. The Harrisburg Housing Authority, is one of our primary objectives, is to aggressively pursue family self-sufficiency for our families. And one of the ways in which we do that is through our resident relations department. And so I'm saying this because I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge one of my workhorse star staffers, Miss Rosalind Dita, that's sitting back there. I'd like to give her a hand. I also want to mention, and some of you have probably met him already, but I want to also thank Mr. Vic Rogers, because it is with Vic's leadership and guidance and, quite frankly, dogged pursuit of me that we also are standing here today. So I want to thank Mr. Rogers as well. And I'll get through the thank yous, but I have to also say thank you to Dr. Sigelski and also to the mayor, Mayor Papenfuss, because you guys have to understand that with institutions, they become very parochial in what they do and how they do it, and sometimes it's difficult for institutions to come together and actually work as a team because everybody wants the credit, right? But these three institutions have come together and said, we're not worried about the credit. We're worried about the outcome. And the outcome is to make sure that we have these fabulous kids ultimately get opportunities that others, quite frankly, wish that they had. And that's why we're here today. So thank you too as well. Okay? So I want to tell you a little story because I want to put things in perspective for the kids, for our teens. So a little background about me so that you know a little bit more about why I'm saying what I'm saying. So I'm an attorney by trade. I graduated from law school in 1995, so I've been practicing law for over 20 years now. I was the general counsel for the Public Housing Authority in Indianapolis, became special counsel, their chief operating officer at a point, and then I ended up taking on the position with the Harrisburg Housing Authority as their chief executive officer. I'm also agency counsel, among other attorneys that they have. Now, why do I bring that up? I bring that up because my father actually was raised in public housing. My father was a kid who was raised in Cleveland, Ohio, and if you know anything about public housing in Cleveland, Ohio, it is nothing like the public housing in Harrisburg. It is really, if you want to characterize and define ghetto, go to Cleveland. I'm sorry. The doctor is from Cleveland, by the way. Tough, rough, dangerous environment in which my father was raised. With him and his brother, rest his soul. He ultimately ended up having the fine help of mentors and people that saw something in him and reached out to him and said, you know what, Alfonso, we know what you're about. We know that you have ambition. And what we want to do is we want to encourage you and help you get to that next stage. So they encouraged him to go to the military. And that's exactly what he did. And following that, he ended up going to Fisk University, which is a historically black college. Following going to Fisk University, he ended up going to Indiana University, my alma mater, and he obtained his law degree. So this is a man who was in public housing, just like some of you, most of you. And he ultimately ended up getting his law degree. And finally, and I think most significantly, he raised a family of 5 kids along with my mother, of course, who also received a law degree, who also received an MBA. My sister is not only an MBA, but she's also the vice president and the chief financial officer for a Fortune 500 bank. And all of us, well, save one, received their college degrees. It is through that example that I am driven to try to make sure that our kids and our communities get opportunities, because I know how it impacts a generation and another generation and another generation, because my kids now expect to go to college. They now expect to have good paying jobs, as the doctor had pointed out. And so with that, I give you this example because the sky's the limits now. For all of you kids, you have no excuse now. What we're going to ask you to do is go after it, right? Be that overachiever. Let's go after it, because you have mentors that are going to make it possible for you. That is our promise to you. You got to make now a promise to us to go after it. Can we do that? Yeah. All right. Thank you all. I'm so pleased to see all of you here, and let's move forward and change a generation.
You are a top priority for us, and thank you, gentlemen, for your comments. I was the first person in my family to go to college. My parents do not have college degrees, and I have 3 degrees now, including a doctorate. And if I can do it, all of you can do it. So, the next part is so exciting. We have a Harrisburg Promise student and his mom, who happens to be a Hack student. So she's going to graduate from Hack at some point, and he's going to attend Hack at some point. So we're excited. I would like to welcome to the podium Felicia Richmond and her son, LaShawn. Please welcome them.
How you doing? So I believe this is one of the best opportunities for our children. I believe that these students they allow themselves to prioritize both their current and future goals, as well as value the importance of school and education at a young age. They have an opportunity to experience the college environment and what is expected of them. They also have mentors that will help them stay afloat, but we also need parental involvement for them to succeed. This here is my son, LaShawn. He's nervous. What do you want to say? How do you feel about the program?
I'm excited.
You excited about?
Going to Hack.
Okay. He's nervous. Sorry, guys.
So guess what's going to happen? And so Ms. Richmond, you're going to probably graduate next couple of years. And so LaShawn's going to come to us after he graduates from high school. So in 6-7 years, LaShawn's going to be able to speak to hundreds of people I'm claiming that for him today. I'm claiming that for you, and he's not going to be nervous. Thank you, Ms. Richmond, and thank you, LaShawn. We're grateful that you're here. I mentioned to you that this vision that we have, the Harrisburg Promise, started a year ago. And a colleague at HAC was the one who first broached the idea. He went to the president and said, we really need to do something for our boys and girls in Harrisburg. His name is Vic Rogers. And so this was his idea. A year later, here we are today. We're so excited about that. Vic happens to be the Associate Provost of Workforce Development here at HAC. And I want to invite him up because he's going to surprise 2 lucky winners today. Vic, please join me. Put these up here for you, Vic.
I have 2 names. Thank you, sir. These are each for $500 tuition assistance for a very lucky 2 parents, and we want you to come to HAC to make sure you take advantage of this. And before I read these names, which I'm getting ready to, I just have to take one quick second to thank really the team of volunteers that are in the back that have done so much work. Please join me in thanking them. Okay, so without further ado, Angie Silas. Gillis, yes. Angie. See, there you are, right?
Yes.
This is free tuition of $500 to come to HAC. All right? So congratulations. All right. Our next name is Ruth Guzman. All right. You're in the front. Again, $500 tuition to come to HAC. We look forward to seeing you here.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Congratulations. Money for you to further your education here at HAC. So if you have any questions about what's in the envelope, please let us know. But again, we're very happy for you.
So are you getting hungry? Okay. So we're getting ready. Everybody back in that tent is ready for you. But I do want to say a few things. For the family members or friends that are here that brought future HAC graduates with them, would you please stand? Please stand. Those of you who brought a future HAC graduate, stand proudly. We want to thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I wish I could give each of you $500, but I really do want to thank you because you're part of the reason that these students are going to graduate from HAC. So I just want to continue to encourage you as well. And I think as Mr. Mann said, we are here to support you. So if he or his staff is not able to do so, we here at HAC or in the City Hall are really excited about this program. And so all you have to do is mention this program and we're there for you. What I would like to do as I start to close this event is to thank our mayor, who is committed to this project. Thank you, Mayor. And to thank Singor Mann for all of your work in really working with us closely to make this happen. Thank you. And I also want to take a look at and say to our next president of the college, you will definitely be the next president of the college. Yep. I look forward to welcoming you here to take my job, okay? Okay. I also want to thank some of the other folks. Some of you may know Carl Singleton, who is not here. He played a very significant role in making this happen. And someone that's been mentioned before, Rosalind Dida, who is here. Rosalind, would you please stand so we could recognize you again? You deserve it. Yes. Liney Carter, who was our MC, Dr. Liney Carter, MC of this event, thank you very much. She and her team, and you'll run into many of them today, played a large role in making sure that this was a successful event. And the Honorable Victor Rogers. Victor plays a large role here in doing this, but there is a person in the audience I'd like to thank, and that is Liz, his wife, who supports Vic every day. Thank you, Liz. I think, as was mentioned before, many of those standing under the tent played a large role. So there are many from our college here that are preparing this great picnic. I want to thank them from Student Affairs, thank our IT staff, our facilities staff, media services, public safety, and the list goes on and on. But without them, we would not be possible to have this event here today. So I want to thank you, parents. Thank you, relatives. Thank you, friends of the future Hack graduates. We look forward to seeing all of you as a part of this college for the next several years.